In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the radiator on this Buick Encore. This is going to be located behind the front bumper. Let's get into it. Before you start this job, you want to bring the vehicle to a local shop to have the refrigerant removed from the vehicle. I'm going to take this cover off, use a trim tool, pop these clips out. Take the center part out first and then the rest of the clip. Do that with the rest of them. Should be one there. Grab that panel, slide it off. Now I'll take these screws out. The two on the sides are going to be a 7mm. We're going to use a 7mm socket. Take those screws out. And the bolts, we're going to use a 10mm socket. That'll be loose. I'm going to remove this push pin here. Just use a trim tool. Pull that out. Take that screw out. Use a T20 socket. Pull that out and do the same on the other side. Using a T20 socket, take these screws out in the back. And take the push pins out, just use a trim tool. And same on the other side. We're going to take this shield off, use a 10mm socket. Take these bolts out. Using a 7mm socket, take these screws out. This one's a T20. And just grab the panel, slide it back, and it comes right down. Now with the drain bucket underneath, and I'm just going to put a hose on the end of this. You could just drain it into the bucket if you want, but it makes it a little cleaner. Just put that on the drain there, and then we can open up the valve. Just loosen this up on the radiator. And we'll just drain the coolant. There we go. Now the coolant's coming out. I'll just drain the coolant out. Now the coolant's drained out. Close the valve. And if you put a hose on there, you can remove the hose. Now you want to remove these two screws on each side. Use a T20 socket. Take these bolts out. And do the same on the other side. In the inner wheel well, we're going to take these screws out. Use a T20 socket. Take those out. Got stuck. Take those out. Right, now I'm just going to grab the inner wheel well, just pull it out a little bit, separate it. You don't have to remove it, but separate it from the bumper area. Now we're going to pop this trim panel up. There's some push pins right behind there. Just use a trim tool. Just slide this behind right there. You can kind of feel on the back side where the push pin is. Pop that out. Then we're just going to lift this up. And that can just stay loose like that. We'll do the same on the other side. Under here there's a screw. Use the T20 socket. Take this screw out. And you want to do the same on the other side. And just grab the side of the bumper and just yank it out. And just pull. You want to pull it forward. You can pop this up. Do the same on the other side. Grab the bumper and pull that out. And there's a wire. Before you pull it completely out, you want to disconnect this wire. You can see the connector right here. Just pull that lock tab out and then push down on the tab. Disconnect the connector, and the bumper comes right off. Using a 10mm socket, take these bolts out. This bracket comes off. Take these bolts out, use a 10mm socket. Grab this bracket. I'm going to slide it forward slightly, and it comes out. Now we're going to take this bracket off. We're going to use a trim tool, take these push pins out. And do the same on the other side. And take these two out. Same trim tool. Just pop the center out. Pop that out. Grab this bracket. And you just want to go below the cable. It comes right out. Using a 13mm socket, we're going to take this nut off. Pull that off. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to take these bolts out. There's two on this side. And down below. Take those out. And we'll move over to the other side. And take this bolt out, same 10mm socket. Pull that out, and just grab the condenser, slide it forward. And we're just going to pick it up a little bit. Slide it off. Tip it over and pull it out. Take this lower bracket bumper off. We're going to use a 13mm socket. Take the two inner bolts off. I'm going to take the outer bolt out, use a 15mm socket. And we'll do the same on the other side. When you take the last bolt, make sure you support the bar. And just pull that away. Now we'll take this deflector off. Remove these push pins using a trim tool. And just slide it out. Now we're going to remove the hoses from the intercooler. Use a trim tool or a straight blade screwdriver, and you just want to pop these clips back. Get it into the service position. There we go. And just grab the hose, pull it off. Sometimes there will be a little bit of oil, so be careful. Do the same on the other side. Now remove the 2 bolts on both sides. Use a 10mm socket. Take those out. Pull it forward a little bit and lift it up. We're going to remove the hood latch and just move it to the side. I'm going to use a marker just to mark where it is so that you can put it back in the same position. That's good. Using a 13mm socket, take these bolts out. I'll disconnect the connector. This little push retainer, I'll just use a trim tool. Just pull that off, and then we'll disconnect the connector. There's a little lock tab there. Slide that back, push down, slide it out. We can move the latch, pull that over, and set it to the side. The cable for the hood latch has a little retainer right here. You can just pull it out. Just move that out of the way. Then we can get to this bracket. Use a 13mm socket. Take the bolt out. You can take the bracket off. Pull that out. And you do the same on the other side. You're going to take the coolant reservoir, we're going to move it out of the way. Use a 10mm socket, take these 2 bolts out. Grab the reservoir, lift it up, and you want to just pull the hose. It just comes out. We'll just tip that out of the way over there. Take this air tube out, just pull straight up, and it pulls off. For this tube that goes into the turbo, we're going to disconnect the worm clamp right here, or loosen it up. Use a 7mm socket. Loosen up the worm clamp right here. That's good. Grab the tube, pull that up. We're just going to put a rag over this. And I'll just put a rag over the hole just to prevent anything from falling in there. Disconnect the mass airflow sensor. I'll just use a straight blade screwdriver. Move that clip up, push down on the tab. Then there's a retainer back here. We'll just pop that off. Move that out of the way. Grab the air box, pull it up, and then pull it towards the center of the vehicle, out of the way. Now disconnect the upper radiator hose. I'm just going to use some hose clamp pliers and pull the radiator forward a little bit. You can access the clamp. Squeeze the clamp. Move that back. You can grab the hose, twist it back and forth a little bit, and pull it off. Disconnect the connector for the fan. Just push on the tab. Slide the connector off, out of the way. Now on the passenger side, there is the transmission cooler line that goes in. We're going to pop those out. There's a little cover. Just grab the cover, pull it back, and then there's a clip in there. There is special tools you can use to take the clip out or to release the line. We're just going to use a pick. Just get underneath here. Push that up. Pop that clip out. Then you might want a drain bucket underneath just to catch any fluid. Grab the line. There's a connector for the coolant temp sensor. Just grab the connector, just push down on the tab, slide that off, out of the way. I'm going to take the lower radiator hose off. There is a clip holding it on. Pop that clip off, or you can put it in service position. Grab the hose and pull the hose off. Out of the way. And further down, there's the transmission cooler line, the other one. You want to pop the cap off, same as the top one. And use a pick. And we'll take the clip out. There we go. Take that clip out. Pull the line out. Now taking a trim tool, there's a retainer down here that both lines go through. I'll just pop that off. Take that out of the fan shroud. There we go, pop that out. Grab the radiator and fan assembly, raise it up, and we can lower it down. Come right out the bottom, and there it is. Now we're going to remove the fan assembly, use a 10mm socket, take these bolts out. That one broke. Take those out. Grab the fan, slide it up. I'll pull the sensor out. I'm going to use a straight blade screwdriver. Just want to pull the clip out. And we can just pry this up a little bit. Just work it back and forth. Pull that out. Take these top bumpers off. Just pull those off. And the bottom feet, push those off. Move that out of the way. I'll put these feet on. And the top bumpers, get those lined up. Now the coolant temperature sensor, make sure the seal is on there. It's a good idea to replace the seal. And the clip, push it down, put the clip on. And take the fan shroud, get this lined up. Take the screws, get those started. And we'll tighten these down. Now slide this in place. Go up, get the feet lined up underneath. Take the lower transmission cooler hose, get that lined up. And you want to push that into the fitting on the radiator. Make sure it clicks in place. There we go. And take the cover, push the cover down. That's good. Slide the hose on. Wiggle that back and forth a little bit. Click it in place. Take the connector for the sensor. Line that up. Lock it down. Now the upper transmission cooler hose. Push that in place. That's good. Put the cover over. Lock it down. Now the retainer, you just want to push that in place into the fan shroud. Now connect the connector for the fan. Make sure it's all the way on. Click it in place. Now the upper radiator hose, get this lined up. And move the hose clamp. There we go. That's good. Now I take this bracket, get this lined up, push that in, get the bolt started. Snug that down, do the same on the other side. Now I take the hood latch and the cable, push that back in the retainer. Now feed the wire through, and we can connect the connector. Lock that in place and then push that retainer back in place. And get the bolts in for the hood latch. Make sure it's lined up how it was when you took it off, and snug these down. Good. I take the coolant reservoir, get this lined up, slide that in place, get the bolts started. Snug those down, take the air box, get the pins lined up in the bushings. Pin right there, push that down in place, take the rag off, slide that boot on, take the wire, push that retainer in, connect the connector, and we'll tighten down the clamp. Snug that down, that's good. Take this hose, line this up, push it down in place. I take the intercooler, there's a couple of tabs on the bottom that are going to go in those slots. Slide those in. Get that started, get the other side started, then we'll tighten them down. And snug those down. If your clip is in service mode, you want to push that back in. If it came off, put it back on. Get this lined up, lock that in place. Do the same on the other side. Now I take this shield, slide this in place. Just gonna have to maneuver it back and forth a little bit. Get that to line up. Take the push pins and push them back in place. Take this impact bar, get this lined up. Take the bolts, get those started. And get the other bolts in. You'll snug these down first. Now we can torque the inboard smaller bolts to 16 foot-pounds. And the outer bolts, we'll torque those to 43 foot-pounds. Do the same on the other side. Now we'll take the old seals off. I'm just going to use a straight blade screwdriver. Just get underneath here. Pry these out. Take those off. Take the new seals. You put a little AC oil on the seals to make them go on a little easier. Push those on. Now slide this in place. the stud through the hose. That's good. Before we put the bolts in, let's get the nut started. Just get that started, tighten that later, and then we'll get the bolts started. 2 on this side and 1 on the other side. And tighten those down. Snug those down. Now we're going to tighten this nut down and torque it to 16 foot-pounds. That's good. I'll put this shield in. And put the push pins in and lock them down. And on the other side. Now take this bracket, this lined up. There's a couple tabs right here that have to get lined up in the holes. That's good. And put the bolts in. Snug these down. I take this bracket, line this up, get the bolts started. And I'll tighten this down. Now connect the connector for the wiring harness, lock it down, push down the lock. Now take the bumper cover, and line this up. Just pull the trim out. Push that in place. And just punch that in on the side. There we go. And I'll pull this back, get this screw started. Snug that down. And you can get the trim lined up. All that good. You're going to slide the trim in down below. Inner fender well lined up. With that all in position, and tap down on the trim and put these screws in. And snug those down. And do the same on the other side. Underneath, get these panels lined up. Get the screws started. And snug these down. And get this panel lined up. Start these screws on the outer side. Do not put the screws in the middle two areas. That is where the other panel goes. Same with this side. Get that started. And tighten these down. And the screws up front. Get these started. Snug these down. And there should be a couple others. This vehicle is missing a few. And there's a screw right here. Tighten that down. And a push pin right here. Lock it down. And do the same on the other side. And take this panel, take the two tabs, go in the slots right there and there. Get this lined up. And about halfway down, put the push pins in. Lock it down. Same with the other side. Lock it down. Put the screws in. Tighten these down. And put these push pins in. And put these screws in. And tighten them down. Put these bolts in. Tighten those down. Screws on the side. Put this cover on. And take the push pins and push them in place. There you go. You want to loosen up the bleed screw on the top of the radiator. You can use a straight blade screwdriver. And we're going to top off the coolant in the reservoir, take the cap off the reservoir. Using the correct mixture of coolant, top it off until you start seeing some coolant come out of the vent screw. Then you want to close up the vent screw and snug that up. Then you want to continue adding the coolant till you get to the fill mark. Now we're going to start the engine, allow the engine to run and stabilize, double checking the level, adjust if you need to. After about a minute, install the cap. And from inside the vehicle, we're going to raise the RPMs to 2,500 RPM with your foot on the accelerator for about 30 to 40 seconds. Shut the vehicle off, allow the engine to cool. Once it is cool, you can take the reservoir cap off again, top the coolant off, put the cap on, start the engine, run it for about 20 minutes, monitoring the temperature gauge to make sure the engine's not overheating. Shut the vehicle down, allow it to cool one more time, and then adjust the level accordingly. Now that you're done installing the parts, you want to bring the vehicle to the local shop where you had the refrigerant removed and have them recharge the system.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.